I recently watched Good Burger for the first time and really thoroughly enjoyed it. And then I realised there was a sequel and I couldn't wait to watch it. Interestingly, the sequel was released 26 years later. Good Burger was out in 1997. The sequel was released in 2023. It's directed by Phil Traill, written by Kevin Coppolo and Heath Seifert, with a cast including, of course, Kel Mitchell and Kenan Thompson. And I enjoyed it, and I'll talk more about why I enjoyed it in a moment. But I think it's important to know where my perspective is coming from, because I had, as I said, I had just seen the 97 one for the first time, I think, last week. So it's not nostalgic for me. I haven't been waiting for a sequel for 20-something years. Whereas if you watched the film growing up, you really loved it. You might have specific wishes for what you want from the sequel. That's not the case for me at all. I just wanted an enjoyable experience. So while I did really like it, if you have a strong connection with the first film and it's very nostalgic, you're probably going to have different expectations. I think you'll still enjoy it, but that's certainly worth bearing in mind. This one, of course, is set several decades later, and Ed is back working with Dex at Good Burger. And of course, as you can imagine, the future of Good Burger and the employees' jobs are all at risk. And I'll say no more than that. I could maybe go into a tiny bit more detail. I guess I can say Dex has some fun inventions. His inventions are really, really creative, really good fun to see. And I guess the narrative worked well, it flowed well, everything made sense within the context of the story. I believe the characters' actions, and the characters are great. Now, having just seen the first film recently, I haven't sat with those characters over time. I haven't built up that much of a connection with them, but having just met the characters and now seeing them 20-something years later, I feel like the character development works well. They still feel like the same characters. There's some development in some ways. Some behaviours are still quite the same. And I think that works really well. The characters feel like the same characters, but with perhaps some growth in certain ways and maybe not in others. And that works really well. The editing is so fun. It is such a joy to watch. The music is fabulous. A lot of the dialogue is brilliant. It is quite funny. It takes a lot to make me laugh with films. Not with TV shows, not with sitcoms, but with films. I don't know why. It takes more to make me laugh. And I genuinely found quite a lot of this to be amusing. So I was very, very happy with that. The performances are great. The technical aspects are all great. I did find that some of the music felt maybe a little bit too high over the dialogue. I am very sensitive to sound. So if something sounds a little off, it makes me a bit uncomfortable, and occasionally I did think some of the music was just a tiny bit too high, or a bit too loud compared with the dialogue, but not for the whole film, so it wasn't really a huge issue. The costumes are great as well, which really helps with the visual beauty of the film, and on top of that we have some really fun, creative editing, and it's a lot of fun. Really thoroughly enjoyed it, really liked the first film. For me, as I said, I've just seen the first film, so I haven't waited a long time for this. I think I waited maybe a week, and it delivered. It really delivered for me. Really had a lot of fun with it. I really enjoyed the experience. If you're a huge fan of the first film, maybe you've seen it many times over the years, I hope you enjoy it. But I also understand that you might be looking for specific things. Maybe you'll think it wasn't worth the 26-year wait. I'd love to know what you think of it either way. And of course, if you haven't seen the first film yet, I do thoroughly recommend it. It is a lot of fun, and I'm pleased to say, from my perspective at least, Good Burger 2 is a pretty decent sequel.